Early in 2024, we got a call that we'll never forget. A new fly fishing operation was launching just north of where we'd been fishing the past couple years. And like we really needed an excuse to go back to the Yucatan. Even better, it was through a partnership through a local lobster fisherman and a business owner from Mahual. At its core, this lodge, Tail Inn, was a collaboration from a small lobster fishing community and then the larger worldwide fly fishing community. Needless to say, there's 1,000 stories to tell, but here's just a couple of them that we're going to name Tales from the Tail End. Like if we learned nothing.
He said we're don't have to, we're not. We will not drown.
Going on an adventure.
For whatever reason, George, Kai, and myself were spared all shenanigans this year. It was actually the easiest travel we'd ever done. There he is. Camera hugs. For Ben and Tommy, the old Charlotte airport hang-up bit him, and bit him pretty good. So when we finally saw everybody in the Tulum airport, God, we were relieved. It looked like someone was gonna get stranded in America while the rest of us drove down. As soon as we pulled out of the airport, we knew there was one place we needed to go. And we kind of just didn't follow through on that. There were beer stops.
Good.
Yeah. There were taco stops.
Oh, Daniel! I got you a present.
My friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
David, have you had him yet?
All of which that meant that we didn't get onto the road that we should have been getting on until 9 p.m. at night, knowing that we had a full day of fishing and filming the next day.
We made a pit stop. Oh my God.
Ringus?
Oh, you shouldn't have, but I'm so glad that you did.
No, it's
You're just missing an amazing Kai joke.
It's perfect.
Kai back? That we did on beers?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cold or hot? Those are cold, the rest are hot. Cold one? Yeah, you're so good. Those are cold.
Mas frio.
Hey, does anybody know when we're gonna get to lunch today? Dan, you've been up since 2 a.m.
Here, put them in there. That's for us. That's us.
Alright.
Oh. All right.
But hey, that's how we do it.
So Punta Herrero? We came in at late at night, so I didn't get to see the beauty until this morning, man. But this place is gorgeous.
The colors here.
There's
the water.
four different colors of ocean in front of us right now.
Yep.
Emerald green, man. It's beautiful. So we're an hour and a half outside of Mahual, where we've been coming for the last couple years.
Drove up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Braved a decently paved road.
And yeah, the Tail Inn Lodge, man. This place is killer.
This is awesome. Having a blast. You're enjoying a beverage right now.
This was waiting on me when I got off the boat.
I don't know where mine got off to. But yeah, how did the day get started? A little bit later than maybe we wanted it to, but I think that's the That's the way a trip goes on the first day of the trip goes.
Yeah, we didn't get in till late last night, so we
Yeah.
needed a little extra time this morning to get it together.
Had to get set up, had to get prepared, and then had to make a last minute Dan adjustment.
Yeah, left Dan at the house.
Sub Dan out.
Yeah.
I somehow ended up on the boat. That was surprising.
Yeah, I love fishing with you, man. I don't know that you and I have ever.
This might be the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
Very good chill to cast ratio.
Tranquilo.
We were more fighting over the cameraman duties than the casting duties. We got out there, we pushed down into the bay for a little bit, and kind of just like coasting down the shoreline. Kind of like middle distance, keeping a watch for permit on our right, bonefish on our left. Pretty soon we rolled into and started seeing like kind of like the little white splashing. Threw at a few, finally got one in. Got a small little bonefish. I mean, like, I'm always happy to bring a bonefish to the boat.
Yeah, for sure.
You hopped up there, started working on your casting.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to cast on this trip at all.
Yeah, what's going on with the shoulder?
2 PTs have told me they think I tore my labrum. So I have an MRI scheduled when we get back. I didn't want to have surgery before this trip, of course. But
so what would you say the state of your double hull is in right now?
It's a sad state of affairs.
What do they normally say, like 10 to 2? And how far back can you go?
I can go, if this is 2, I can go to about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, hard stop at 1 o'clock.
Hard stop at 1. So I'm a glorified roll cast and really short cast, but what I've done is went with a little longer rod, so I get a little more leverage on the rod tip. So I was fishing a 10-foot 8-weight for bonefish today, which was great because I can load it up without coming all the way back here, get a little bit of extra oomph, and was able to reach some of those bones early. 3 o'clock. Wait.
I think you want to let it sink first.
Got it. Good. Whoa, over there. Wow, he's got shoulders. I do too.
I'm talking about yours. Hey. It's good, though. Nice. Take you a second to find it. It's on the wrong side.
Perfect drag. Oh, we saw the boat. Oh. You got a better fish. I mean, that's 2.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. It's a nice flat.
Yeah.
Lots of bonefish flashing. Seem pretty chill, happy. Well, they're all about the same size so far. A couple pounds. Let's see if we can get some bigger ones.
We should keep playing with the school or find something a little bigger.
I wouldn't hate finding something a little bigger, but we got to put you on one more fish first.
Do that.
Yeah, I'm glad that Chucho finally got us off of that school of bonefish because we would have stayed there all day and played with them.
Yeah.
But they were kind of cookie cutter bones, pound and a half fish probably.
Yeah.
We were just pulling them all out one by one, pretty much at leisure. They were very happy fish.
And it was, again, we weren't even like looking in the right spot. We were looking for schools on our left.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Chucho goes like, there's a stingray and there's a permit right up there, right on shore.
Yeah.
A big permit too.
And that's when I realized that my shoulder was gonna impede me, because with that 8.5 foot 10 weight, I really couldn't put what I needed to cut through that wind and get enough on my cast to get to a permit without the boat being too close to spook it. So I got one shot at that permit, and it was a decent shot. It just landed on his head.
On whose head? The fish's head or the
fish's
the
head.
assistant guide's head?
Oh, I did cast one into the first mate's head at one point.
I'm sorry.
Could I also get a margarita?
Yeah, those margaritas? No, I want the regular.
I'm pretty sure this is mezcal. Is this mezcal?
Wow.
Hola, Dan.
Muchísimas gracias.
Missed you today.
I miss you.
But then Tommy and George, we look over and they're doing the same thing, dropping it right on their heads of the school permit, and they're getting eats.
Yep, we got to see Tommy hook up. Got to see Tommy unhook up. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't either. So after I continued to miss shots, man, I just couldn't put a cast on them. I'm physically at a disadvantage a little bit. After I realized I wasn't going to be able to connect with those permit the way that they were feeding, I figured it was time to give you the bow back.
I think we started pushing, and it was almost like you and I feel like we were still looking for bonefish on our left. I was hoping to find like maybe a bigger one, looking for a little bit larger Coke bottles. And then I think he calls out all of a sudden, like we're not expecting it. He's like, we've got to change rods. Because there's a school of permit coming in on our right.
Yeah.
I get all nervous because I've just been cursed with permit the last few years, to the point where
Never caught one before, right?
Never caught one. To the point where, like, very happily, if I see a school and I'm with a group of anglers, I will happily hand the rod to like the person most qualified there, because they're a rare fish. They're really cool. I want somebody who's qualified to like go and have the shot. I was grateful to accept it, but by that point we were dealing with, I don't know, 20 mile an hour gusts, 30.
15 to 20, I would say.
And it was probably the same with you when you were like casting at them. Just an awkward direction with the wind. The wind's not in front of you. The wind's not behind you. The wind's like 30 degrees.
Three quarter backwind.
Yeah. And so I'm doing these like casts to the side and out to try to get it so that the wind doesn't push the fly into me. Failing at that because I'm just whipping myself on the back. Got pinged by a fly on the back. Missing shots. Starting to feel like I'm in Dave's Pain again. On the cast forward, it's supposed to be, like a 50-foot cast.
Yeah.
And it turned into a 25 foot. So I'm desperately stripping in the line to try to get it straight so I can start doing the normal strip.
Just to get the slack out.
And I just got incredibly lucky because as soon as I got the slack out, I gave it just one more, and there was a permit on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
And so I just set it, and then I think I was looking for two things. One, that the air brake of my left calf kicked in to stop the cast in front of them.
Yeah.
The other thing I was lucky about is I think because I wasn't really trying to set, the fish didn't really know it was hooked. So it just starts swimming away. So I just kind of get to daintily clear the line. So I don't know, I feel like I had 5-10 seconds to clear the line on a permit, which is not typical.
And not to mention the guides were amazing at helping us clear line and get them off there. Those guys worked their ass off today.
So then as soon as I clear the line, that fish figured out it was hooked. Takes its big run, takes 3 or 4 more runs, and I get to reel it in. We get out on some shallow water, bring the fish in, and I got my first permit. It's pretty sweet.
was awesome, man. I mean, that made my day. I couldn't have been more excited for you.
I was, yeah. Still don't even really feel like it was real because it's been honestly 3 years of it kind of haunting me. And it happened.
Yeah, it was the curse of the babe almost, like the curse of the permit.
Yeah.
For you, you hadn't been able to shake that off for a while.
No, that's the first time I'd hooked up with a permit since breaking off one of my first few days saltwater fishing. So really cool to see that come back around. And now maybe we can find a tarpon.
David, do you feel like you're ready for a Grand Slam or not?
Definitely not.
George, why are you here?
Well, I'm just here to support my guy.
George has guided me.
I
to
witnessed him stick the perm today, so I feel like it's my obligation as an absolute boy to be here for this.
I adore.
Twinks I cherish dearly.
Actually, I'm gonna cut.
You think you got it, Dave?
With different water? Absolutely not.
To start, you're gonna want to take the fly off the rod and get it in the water. Let's start with that. Then we'll go from there.
As he sits back and drinks a beer.
You're gonna do fine.
Lay it down, Brad Pitt.
BJ, recast.
Uh-oh. Change 5.
No. All like 4 in a row cruising that bank. Regresamos.
Regresamos ya.